He wasn't born into global fame, yet there was always a spark about him, a rare mix of intensity, charisma, and commanding screen presence that made audiences take notice. Akın Akınözü didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He built his own identity within it, transforming discipline, international exposure, and emotional depth into one of the most compelling acting journeys of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Akın Akınözü was born on September 22, 1990, in Ankara, Turkey. Long before television fame and global recognition, he was exposed to the world of performance through his family, as the son of actress Özlem Akınözü. However, his path was not immediate. He moved to the United States for higher education, studying applied mathematics at the University of California, Berkeley. This analytical background contributed to his structured thinking and disciplined approach, traits that later influenced his acting method. His transition into acting marked a significant turning point. Returning to Turkey, he trained in acting and began building his career with smaller roles. Early appearances included projects like Matizim Yüzyıl, Kozum, where he started gaining industry exposure, and Arkadaşlar Iyidir, which helped him connect with younger audiences. Rather than remaining in supporting roles, Akın quickly advanced into leading territory. His breakthrough came with Hercai, where he portrayed Miran Aslan Bey. The role demanded emotional extremes, anger, vulnerability, love, and revenge, and his performance resonated strongly with audiences both in Turkey and internationally. The series became a global success, establishing him as a prominent leading actor. He continued to expand his portfolio with projects like Kadermin Oyunu, exploring complex romantic drama, and later Tuzak, where he embraced darker, psychologically layered storytelling. Each role reflected a conscious effort to avoid repetition and deepen his range. Akın's approach to acting reveals a calculated and immersive mindset. He often focuses on understanding the psychological structure of his characters, blending emotional authenticity with controlled intensity. This balance has allowed him to stand out in roles that demand both passion and restraint. Off-screen, his public image combines intellect with understated confidence. With an international academic background and a measured communication style, he presents himself as thoughtful and composed. He is frequently associated with global brand campaigns and maintains a growing international presence. His lifestyle reflects discipline and focus. He prioritizes physical fitness, often maintaining a structured routine to support demanding roles. At the same time, he values privacy and avoids unnecessary media exposure, choosing to keep attention centered on his work. While aspects of his personal life have attracted media curiosity, particularly his past relationship with Ebru Şahin, he remains selective about what he shares publicly. His primary emphasis continues to be on professional growth and long-term career positioning. Akın's influence extends beyond Turkey, with Hercai and subsequent projects reaching audiences across Europe, the Middle East, Latin America, and Asia. His growing fan base and brand collaborations reflect both popularity and credibility in international markets. As of 2026, his estimated net worth represents consistent earnings from television, endorsements, and global recognition. What truly distinguishes him is controlled intensity. He brings a deliberate, almost methodical approach to emotional scenes, allowing tension to build naturally rather than relying on exaggeration. This technique gives his performances a distinct identity. From an academic background in mathematics to emotionally driven leading roles, Akın Akınözü continues to redefine his place in the industry. He embraces complexity, pursues depth, and builds his career with a clear long-term vision. As of 2026, Akın Akınözü stands not only as a leading actor, but as a symbol of modern Turkish talent, disciplined, evolving, and internationally impactful. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into fame, Yet there was always a spark about her, a rare mix of elegance, emotional intelligence, and effortless screen presence that made audiences take notice. Tuba Büyüküstün didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. She built her own identity within it, transforming her artistic background into one of the most influential and globally recognized acting careers of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Tuba Büyüküstün was born on July 5, 1982, in Istanbul, Turkey. Long before television fame and international recognition, she was drawn to visual storytelling and design. She studied costume and design at Mimar Sinan Fine Arts University, where she developed a refined artistic perspective. Her early exposure to aesthetics and visual composition later became a defining advantage in her on-screen presence. She began her career appearing in commercials, where her natural camera confidence quickly stood out. Her transition into acting marked a turning point. She began with television roles that gradually introduced her to audiences, but it didn't take long for her talent to gain attention. Early recognition came with Semberimd Gül Oya, followed by İlmurlar Altında, where she started establishing herself as a leading actress. Rather than staying confined to one genre, Tuba continued to diversify her portfolio. She reached major international fame with ACI, a series that expanded her global audience. She further strengthened her reputation with Güzel, showcasing her ability to portray emotionally complex characters. Her performance in 20 Dakika earned her an international Emmy nomination, marking a significant milestone in her career. One of her most defining roles came with Kara Para Aşk, where she delivered a powerful performance that combined emotional depth with strong character presence. The series gained massive international popularity and solidified her status as a global Turkish drama icon. Tuba continued evolving with high-profile projects like Cesur v. Güzel and later adapted to digital platforms with productions such as Rise of Empires, Ottoman, and Another Self, reflecting her ability to stay relevant in a rapidly changing entertainment landscape. Her approach to acting reveals strong artistic awareness. She gravitates toward roles that require emotional nuance and layered storytelling, balancing mainstream success with meaningful character development. This selective approach has helped her maintain both credibility and longevity. Off-screen, her public image combines sophistication with creativity. With a background in design, she maintains a deep appreciation for art, often engaging in photography and cultural activities. She is also recognized for her humanitarian work, including her role as a Goodwill Ambassador for UNICEF, which reflects a socially conscious dimension to her personality. Her lifestyle mirrors discipline and balance. She values privacy and avoids unnecessary media exposure, choosing instead to focus on meaningful projects and personal growth. As a mother, she maintains a careful balance between her professional and personal life, keeping family matters largely out of the spotlight. Tuba's influence extends far beyond Turkey. Her series have reached audiences across Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and Latin America, building a strong international fan base. She has also collaborated with global brands, reinforcing her status as both a cultural and commercial figure. As of 2026, her estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from television, films, endorsements, and international partnerships. What truly distinguishes her is emotional precision. She doesn't rely on exaggerated expressions. Instead, she delivers controlled, natural performances that resonate deeply with audiences. This subtlety has become her signature strength. From early television roles to internationally acclaimed productions, Tuba Büyüküstün continues to redefine her place in the industry. She embraces evolution, prioritizes depth, and builds her career with long-term vision rather than short-term trends. As of 2026, Tuba Büyüküstün stands not only as a leading actress, but as a symbol of elegance, artistic discipline, and sustained global relevance in modern Turkish entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.